What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got something super exciting that I want to share with you guys. I just hit over 3,000 miles driving in my Tesla Cybertruck, and throughout these first few thousand miles I've experienced so much. So in today's video I'm going to be walking you guys through everything that I love, what surprised me, and a few things that I learned along the way. And if you guys are considering getting a Tesla Cybertruck or just wondering simply what it's like to own one, stay tuned because I will be getting to the nit and gritty of what it's like and what my experience was and has been this first 3,000 miles. So let's talk about it. So the first thing that we need to talk about is the way the car looks and the build quality. So as far as me and my experience, my build quality was about a 9.5 out of 10. The only issue that I had was there was a slight panel that was slightly raised above my tonneau cover, but I took that into Tesla. They fixed it in about an hour. But other than that, all of my panels were aligned, my doors were aligned, all of the curves were where they're supposed to be. I didn't have any dents in the stainless steel. Like everything about my Cybertruck in particular was completely fine. And that's something that I appreciate because Tesla is notorious for having horrible build quality because they're pushing out so many vehicles. Now, as far as the unique look, me and my grandpa, we went to the casino about a few weeks ago, and the amount of attention that the Cybertruck gets is insane. Like no matter how many cars are around you, that truck will stand out no matter what it is. You can put it next to a Lambo and the Lambo just won't seem as interesting as a Cybertruck. Now, depending on what type of person you are, I think that's gonna dictate a lot whether you like the Cybertruck or not. Like I said before in previous videos, there's a lot of love and there's a lot of hate. Even with the love, you're gonna get a lot of questions like, what's it like driving? They're gonna wanna see it. They're gonna know, all of the things that it can do. They're gonna know how much it costs, and if you are the type of person that get annoyed with people, you're gonna get annoyed with answering these questions. And that's something that I've experienced over these first 3,000 miles of having this car. It's just constantly explaining the ins and outs of this car, what's it like, how much it costs, was it worth it, blah, 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 blah. And then on the other spectrum, you get a lot of hate. I've gotten flicked off. I've gotten, things put on my car. Somebody broke my window a few weeks ago. So with this car comes a lot of hate and a lot of love, but if you can deal with that, I promise you, you will enjoy the car. And that's just something that I've experienced. I don't know how other people experience is, but that's just a few things that I've noticed as far as the car just being a unique vehicle on the road. And even when there are more Cybertrucks on the road, I think that the look of the car will always make it stand out when it comes to comparing it to any other car on the road, and that's just my opinion. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to talk to you guys about is the utility and the efficiency of the car. So as far as utility goes, I just want to note this and throw that out there. I am not a truck guy. So even getting this vehicle was kind of out of my realm, but because I was so intrigued by the concept of it in general and just due to the fact that I ordered it and waited a long time to get it, I had to get it. But the fact that I own a truck now, it actually comes in handy. For example, I have a lot of things in my garage, whether it's from us constantly upgrading furniture, throwing out boxes, the kids growing up, whatever it may be. I've hired people upwards of $450, $550 to come haul out trash and things out of my garage. Now, with the Cybertruck, I can literally haul all that stuff up, take it to the junkyard, and literally pay 20 bucks to dispose of it. And for me, that's something that I enjoy. That's something that's gonna save me money. And that's something that I think is just dope in general, the fact that I'm able to, haul things in my vehicle. And it still looks very stylish, so I think that's pretty dope. Also, there's so much that you can do with this truck. Like when I was getting my car wrapped the very first time, the guy needed it to be pretty warm in my garage. So we plugged one heater up, but when we tried to plug the second heater up, obviously the fuse blows. Well, with the Cybertruck, it has plugs in it. So I literally plugged the heater up to the Cybertruck for about 4 or 5 hours, and it only drained about 5% of my battery. And I think that's super, super dope. So you literally have power anywhere you go. I've literally seen videos of people cooking, having jacuzzis, all type of stuff in the Cybertruck because it has power in it. And I don't really know the amps and what it actually pushes out, but I know it will power pretty much anything that we typically would use on a daily basis. So I think as far as utility goes, this car is amazing. Now, I haven't really tested it off-road, so I can't really give you guys any information on that, but I can only imagine that the off-road is just as good as the non-off-road. As far as the efficiency goes, I think that this car, in my opinion, I've owned a Model 3 and a Model Y. I think that this car is just as efficient as them, but I do feel like the battery drains a lot faster. Now, that's to be expected with this having a larger battery pack and the car just being larger in general. You can expect that the battery will deplete a lot faster. So I'm not completely surprised by that. I do notice that I have to charge this car more often than I did my Model 3 and Y, but that's 100% fine because I do have a charger at home, so it's not a big deal for me. But if you don't have a charger at home, that will be something to think about if you're coming from a Model 3 or Y or any other electric car, is the fact that you will have to charge more. We're gonna get into the interior. As far as what I've experienced with Tesla, the interior always is kind of super minimal and it lacks luxury, should I say. So with the Tesla Cybertruck, this is probably the most luxurious feeling I've had in a Tesla ever. I've sat in performance Model 3s, Model S's plaid, things like that. And from my experience, what I think is that the Cybertruck has a way more premium interior, in my opinion. The screen in the interior is a lot bigger. The LED lights seem like they get a lot brighter. And from my personal experience, it seems like the Cybertrucks get way more updates a lot quicker than the other models. Now, that can just be, a honeymoon phase thing that I'm just seeing. But it seems like this thing gets an update every month and it's always making it a lot better. It's not just like little tweaks, it's making it a lot better. For instance, like this past update V13, when you go into full self-driving mode, it now can make your LED lights around the car go literally rainbow. Now, I think eventually they will add more settings that's going to allow you to customize the lights a little bit more. But the fact that they were able to add that in, and it's something that small that just keeps people like me very intrigued with the car, because it's something new that I get to do with this already mystery of a vehicle. So the last thing that we need to talk about is the driving experience. The driving experience when it comes to the Cybertruck is completely different than anything you will ever drive in your life. I know you hear a lot of people say that, but you have to go experience it to really understand what we're talking about. It has this thing where basically the steering wheel is not physically connected to the wheels. It's called steer-by-wire. Also, along with that, all 4 of the wheels turn at the same time. So certain tight turns and very minute movements that an average truck or car couldn't make, the Cybertruck can. And it's actually kind of crazy how the driving experience is with this car. I recently drove my Model Y and it just felt so foreign to even drive it. With that being said, the car has a very unique driving experience. The speed of this vehicle is actually unsafe. Like, I don't know why they even make a model that can go 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds. Like, that should 100% be illegal. This is a 10 ton, 9 ton car. It should not move like that. Like, even mine, like, I think my car is 2.9 or 3.1 or something like that. I don't really know the top speed of it. But even my car, the all-wheel drive one, it is insanely fast. Along with the handling of the car and the steer-by-wire and all 4-wheel turning, it moves like a goddamn Honda, but it looks like a goddamn F-150. It is actually the most insane thing. I think along with the driving experience, I think me being a family guy, I believe that the Cybertruck is very, very safe. Tesla typically makes very, very safe cars. And this car being practically bulletproof, having, thick ass windshields and things like that, having my family in this car really, really just gives me peace of mind. Also, I think it's very cool that, I'm able to experience having a Cybertruck and my kids understand what it is, my wife understands what it is, and the fact that it's, very uncommon to see and very uncommon to have in population in general. So with that being said, I really enjoy this car. I haven't had anything that I dislike, and anything that I dislike is just things that's not on the car. But as far as the vehicle itself, I really enjoy it. And if you are interested in getting one, I highly recommend go test drive it. Get anything that you thought or want to try out, and I guarantee you will buy it. That's all it took for me. I went and test drove it. I had recently just got my Model Y. I went and test drove the Cybertruck, and I was like, the Model Y is shit. Now the Model Y is my like dream car. That is the car that I always wanted, the car that I love, and I still do love that car. But when it comes to the Model Y versus the Cybertruck, it's not even comparable from an aesthetic standpoint, from a utility standpoint. So if you guys are interested in getting one, or if you were wondering what it's like owning one, I hope I was able to tell you guys something. And until next time, peace, love, we out.